everyone, and happy time zone! Tookie Bird, Avon the Raven, and welcome back to Darksiders 3 Feet Only, where I'm only allowed to do this for damage. We're gonna just kind of speed through here. I would like to at least get Vulgrim before, or well, loop around back to Vulgrim before we have to deal with... Oh, hey, here it is. Okay. The stream crashing again? Oh, Mussy! Hello! How are you today? Alright, there. Progress has been made. It's not much progress, but it is progress. Tired in a good way or tired in a bad way? Okay, so I need to do the double jump there. Okay, what? Huh. Nope. There we go. There we go. Yeah, I have been having I was having problems with my bitrate. And the bitrate problem is definitely... Oh dear. Twitch? But I was also having slow internet connection from the PS5, which I wasn't being told about for some reason, despite having notifications. The PS5 has a lot of notifications, so I don't know why that particularly was getting shut off or whatever. We're just gonna run, actually. The good kind? Okay. That actually sounds adorable. Alright, so I need to go through there in order to get up there. Oh dear. Fury. I guess this is one way to get something. Well... Aha! We're going to actually snooze that ad real quick. Because I've been having enough connectivity issues that I don't care about ad revenue at the moment. I just want to make progress. That is literally all I want to do. So it's just those then? What? What? Huh. Alright, I'm missing something. What am I missing? You know what? Good on the kids for trying, though. Because they could have just, like, taken a random bird's egg or something. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? Hang on. Okay. So I see the thing I have to hit. There we go. Okay. Oh, glow. That's actually really cool, the glow filament. That sounds like it was a lot of fun. Hi. Mine. I'm taking this too. Neat. Okay. Now... that one might actually be a problem. Let's go back to Vulgrim. Seriously, that sounds adorable.
Take your time.
Give me health tortures.
A wise decision.
And then we do that.
Well for now.
And now I go back. And hope I can actually beat this bastard, because these things are tough. Like, this DLC is actually really, really tough. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Do what you must. Okay. Can I skip past this, please?
You don't.
You do not want to use the hollow that is the same element, generally. I wouldn't use the storm hollow against this thing anyway with this. Oh my. The fight, yeah. Oh dear. All of the horsemen actually have really cool designs. Fury's actually changes depending on what she has equipped. Which, granted, there's a bit of variation with all of the horsemen based on what they've got equipped. But Fury's hair is... Oh dear. Can I? Thank you! Oh dear. Fury's hair is very moldable, for lack of a better term. Oh my. Oh my. Well, I might not be able to get back here, actually. Or to get past this part. Because I need to stay really close in order for me to actually do damage. The problem with that is that I also need to stay decently far away, and this could just be a patience issue. This could very well be a patience issue. How am I gonna deal with that shockwave? Okay. That should not have hit me. I might have to just neglect the flame jump. What is that controller lag? Okay, it's partially a patience issue. I need to wait for specific openings. I'm being too aggressive. I'm definitely being too aggressive here. But at the same time, this might be something I benefit from coming back later for. If only because there's not anything that really gives me.
This will be fun for both of us.
Like, yes, technically speaking, I get a weapon from this, but I don't get any lurchers. And I can't use the weapon. This literally gives me nothing.
What would you ask of this humble merchant?
So while this is 100% a timing thing, and I just need to get good, considering how today's been going, it's not worth it right now. Okay, so Ulthane. I'm going to be getting a crossblade soon, which it'll give me a slot.
Well, that came in to lay down a mighty
Oh, hey.
artillery.
I can do this as well. Let's go.
Interesting. All right. Let's
Okay. I need more of that. Good to know.
Interesting. That's some blessings to you, Fury.
I need something with a good passive that I can put on my chains.
Greetings. Please take your time.
'Cause I have... Oh shit, actually, hold up. Hold up. I might be fucked. There's a section coming up that I completely forgot about. I might be fucked.
This trek would be much
One moment.
easier on horseback. Too soon.
Again, you're here to watch, not to speak.
Oh, I'm here for much more than that.
Is dying on your agenda?
A threat.
I haven't decided yet.
Okay, so I'll continue for a little while, but I have to actually look this up. So part of this run I completely forgot about is that in order to even reach Lust, you need to smack something specific in the eyes with the crossblade. I completely forgot about this. So I'm gonna have to see if there's any... Oh dear. Bonelands skips I can do. Because if there isn't... And I can't just clip through a wall somewhere or something... Then I am completely fucked because I can't complete this run. Like, this actually is an impossible run at that point. Because via the rules I've made, without a skip, it is impossible for me to get to Lust. This run might actually be dead. Unless I can figure out some kind of skip. Because I can't believe I forgot about the first gluttony encounter. You know what? I got the necromancer down. That's huge. Shit, I cannot believe I forgot about the first gluttony encounter. In order to get past that, normally you would use the crossblade. but I'm not allowed to do that. Like, I can do it for puzzles, but I'm not sure the first gluttony encounter counts as a puzzle. I.e., if it's living, it's not a puzzle. At least not by the rules I did, but I have... Oh dear. Really? For crying out loud. I kind of need to deal with you because otherwise... Oh, this is bad. This is bad, this is bad, this is bad. Damn it. I need to deal with this guy because otherwise I'm not even sure I'll be able to get past. Or... If I quit out, I might be able to do it, actually. If I abuse quit outs. However, that is going to pose different problems. Actually, no. Wait. I treated the adorables earlier like puzzles, despite them being living, so the living equals non-puzzle concept just doesn't mesh because I've already gone against that. But unlike the adorables, gluttony is something we actually kill. We actually do damage with those hits. And it's not an environmental hazard. Because... Ah, damn it. Okay. I'm just gonna have to be quick then.
Another one of your adorable.
I'm never letting that one down, am I?
On the contrary, it may prove useful.
Alright, we're gonna do this then, because I can actually... Without... Okay, cool. Cool. Let's just collect this over here. Can't do anything with that until Force Hollow. Actually, Force Hollow doesn't impact your jump at all. Force and Stasis are the two... Yeah, we're just gonna go through here. And then coil around. Okay. First set of obstacles down.
What? This will be fun for both of us, as you would...
I smell pigeon. Our angels remain call this their nest.
For now, it will be there too if I don't learn the truth about Rampage.
Fury, we have a bigger problem here, honestly. Fury. Ah, crap, I actually hit them with that. Reset time! I'm gonna have to clear this area out before I do anything. Great. Yeah, if I can't find a skip, because gluttony is something that we kill later, and that would actually be doing damage and not just moving stuff for the sake of a puzzle, I'm gonna count that as a wall if I can't find a glitch to get past. Fuck. Because again, we can't actually damage the mask. I don't know how it counts it in the game's files, really, or in the game's code, but no matter how many times the Adorables get hit, they're still alive. They just move locations. They don't have a health bar. They are invulnerable. Gluttony, even if we can't actually do damage, or well, even if we can't actually kill him at that particular moment. Oh dear. Is still a boss fight that we kill later. I'm sure someone's probably hacked the game to kill him there at some point. Okay. Put that out of the way. Oh, wait. Yeah. 'Cause I'm dumb. I can't get over there without, or at least not that way, without the Force Hollow. Which I don't know why they'd connect it back like that. Angela, or no, fragment of adamantine. Okay. Leave me be, please. I'm just trying to go away. I flee. Oh dear. Yeah, my mind is all over the place right now, actually. Crap. I'm definitely gonna have to look up Darksiders 3 exploits. And honestly, I probably shouldn't care about the gluttony thing. Considering we can't actually kill him there. But at the same time, knowing that he is an actual enemy that can be killed and not just an object to destroy or a puzzle, that really makes it it just feels wrong, you know?
Out of the way, angel scum!
Like, even with puzzles, I tried it. Oh dear. Do them with my jump before I attempt weapons. Might be worth actually reaching out to speedrunning communities to see if they have any ideas. You know what? Just in case there's a weird trigger that will make a glitch unavailable. Because I am going to have to resort to glitches here. I'm going to call today, or call it for today after I unlock the way to the Angel base. Come on. Oh, wonderful. We're just gonna run for a second. Well, that happened. Should I allow... Because at the tutorial I did allow... make an allowance in regards to envy.
What is this?
But I only made that allowance because I was aware going into this that this run would be literally impossible without that allowance. I wouldn't even have been able to get this far. And even then, aside from like 1 or 2 hits... Ah, boy. This might not seem like that big of a dilemma, but it really feels like a problem. Or, well, but it is actually a really big problem for me. Because I hate violating the rules of the run. Like, absolutely despise it. Only is an unforgiving word, but I will abide by it. Fury.
Hardly the heavenly outpost I was expecting.
When we go in,
We're going in?
keep your mouth shut for a change.
Ah, crap. I can't get over there because I don't have... If I knew about... Is there any collision, maybe? Nope. Hang on. Hang on. Can I skip this with Havoc? can I use Havoc form to skip the swamp? Or maybe not. Havoc might not be necessary, actually. Okay, so maybe it is necessary after that, but I might be able to do it. Because if I can get around back... Or... I'll try Storm Hollow before I do that. Okay, so I'm gonna have to actually... The platforming is a little tricky, because I have to land on the flat section. Huh. This very well might break my save file, but let's try it. This very well may break my save file, but I'm going to try it anyway. Oof. The problem is I have to get onto that. I might be able to storm glide after I get onto the second one, and then it's a straight shot to Vulgrim. From there... Okay. Okay, so those first two are fine. It's the third where I get tripped up. Ah, crap. Okay, that first one's fine. I have some trouble getting to the second one sometimes. I'm not even sure if anyone else has tried this. Every game has a speedrunning community. I may have to consult them on how to get past Gluttony without using the crossblade. Okay, why am I having so much trouble now? Just all of a sudden. I'm going to get this. Okay, so I just got spotted and that screwed me up. Huh. Force and stasis are outright required to beat the game. I could maybe glitch into some areas without force, but I definitely need stasis. Or is it the other way around, actually? I might be able to get away with not having stasis if I can get some proper glitches going. But again, that requires knowing the glitches. Which I don't. And now I'm choking all of a sudden. Why am I so much more forgiving of early game exceptions to rules than mid to late game? Because if Gluttony was... Ah, dear. If Gluttony was early, then I would not be having this. I'd just count him as a necessary exception to just keep the run interesting. But... yeah. Actually, the Bonelands in general are designed to force you to use the crossblade. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. Let's try going across with Havoc. Just to see what happens. Because Havoc mode actually gives us a period of invulnerability. I'd still like to get to that second one. Okay then. I should have done that from the start.
What would you ask of farewell
Now,
for now?
I can't get back up into here that way, so I might actually have to fast travel back. But hey. It was allowed. I managed it. Which means I might actually, if I can get over there. Hang on. Because if I can manage to get somewhere that I'm not supposed to be, using Havoc Form's apparent invulnerability to all types of environmental hazards, we might have a plan. This might actually be doable. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I'll shrug off early game rule violations for one simple reason. And that reason is if the game ends in one part, it's not that interesting. Okay. So let's see here. That area I know we can get to eventually. That looks familiar. Wait, is the name of that ship actually Mansk? I've never noticed that. Okay. So that connects everything around, kind of. I'd like to actually get Havoc kind of legit before I try going off into what's potentially out of bounds. Because I needed Havoc to get over here in the first place. If I can manage to get up to... Oh dear. Lust without salvation, I'll go back and get the crossblade. But I have to try and get there without it.
Good at this. As you would.
Which means there... Well, I'm gonna have to try and get there without using it, which means I may as well not even go grab it. Never have I been so thankful for developer oversight, because that developer oversight might have just saved this run. I should go farm some easy enemies for Havoc. If I'm being honest here. Okay. So these do still have collision. Even over here. I should go grab that. You know what? Fair. I might also not care about accidentally hitting something with Havoc, because I'm not going to be actually attempting to kill anything with it. I'm just going to be using it to get across a gap. How many Havoc shards do I have? Three. Okay, okay.
This will be fun for both. As you wish. Please take your time.
Yeah, let's go back to the Maker's Forge, because the stuff around there isn't all that tough. So I can kill that and hopefully get more Havoc. Because Havoc regenerates even with this challenge. Which is huge. Actually, hang on. Where is Rider's Mercy? There it is. Alright, so at the moment it's just a Lurcher boost. So once I get over there... Well, that happened. Where am I? Okay. Game didn't know exactly where to put me. Got it. Never thought I'd be using Havoc form to attempt skips. Oh dear. Reason I say that if I manage to get to Lust, I'll go back for the crossblade is because there's some puzzles where I don't want to try and finagle that without it. I'm just trying not to actually damage any enemies with anything other than my jumps. Never say I don't think outside the box for you guys. Alright, we're getting close to a full Havoc bar. Come on, I just need one or two more things to kick so that I can see if I can get across that gap. Okay, make that 3 things. I need more stuff to kick. Maybe I should have gone for something strong. It would have been annoying, but at least I would have potentially gotten a full Havoc bar off of it. There we go. Thank you for your service. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I am very grateful. Okay. I'm gonna see about buying Havoc shards from Vulgrim. If I can, so I'll just put these into levels. But I have no idea how many Havoc shards I'm going to need, and I don't think 3 is gonna cut it. Because with all of this, and I'm heading back to the Forge just so that I can fast travel back to the Forge easier. Also gives me more time to talk out my thought process. There's a chance that even if I do pull this off, I'm going to end up like, even if it is possible, I'm going to end up dead. At the moment, I have 4 Havocs. The one I've just built up, plus 3 shards. And I don't know if that's going to be enough. Because if I end up dying, or Havoc doesn't get me across a gap, then I have to figure something else out. And I'd end up needing a refill.
What would you take your time? A wise
Oof.
as you
Okay.
wish. Now,
This hurts.
good eating. Take your time.
1,
Wise
2, 3, 4,
wise decision.
5. That should be. Hopefully, that's enough.
Fun for both as you wish. Well, what would you ask?
Hopefully,
Please
that's
take
enough.
your time.
I have absolutely no idea if this is going to be enough. But I do know that that direction, like that right there, is the ship that Lust hangs out in. So I need to get over there. Okay, so it won't let me do that. Will it let me get to the tree, though? Because if I can get... It'll just automatically bring me out of Havoc. That is good to know. They thought of that. Fuck. Huh. Okay, then. What? What? Hang on, the world's despawned. Why did it stop spawning? Is it... Huh? Okay. That is actually really interesting. There we go. Nope. It's inconsistent. When it lets me get past stuff, it's inconsistent. I need to get past the kill box range. Because I can see where Vulgrim's pre-lust location is. I just can't get there. I need to be able to get there. If I could somehow find a way into the depths, that would actually probably make things worse. Never mind. But I managed to get here. What if I go for that spot over there? With that... Okay. And then, will it let me... That's not what I meant to click, but okay. There's a bubble. There's a fucking bubble. Okay, so the bubble is a problem. What can I do about the kill bubble? Because so far, that was actually my best method of dealing with. Get back here. You know what? Fair. If... I may be able to get past the bubble with an Undying Shard, actually. This is going to be so scuffed, but I might be able to do it. Provided I have one. I have two. Okay.
Good fleeting. Take your time. As you will. Take your time.
Alright, we're gonna sell all of my thorn shards.
This will fetch Volgrim a high price.
I don't need any of that. I'm not gonna remember to use the strength or
Try
fortification.
too hard a bargain, friend. As you... This will be... As you... do make sure they scream, horseman.
There's gonna have to be some cooldown management on my end. Alright, cool. Because I don't even want to attempt the Undying Shard thing until I get across that gap. And the first gap requires... Yeah, because there's a split second. And then we're just gonna let myself heal. Okay. Okay. Is there a way I can make the interior of the ship load in? No, that's not allowed, apparently. What? I'm not the only one that saw that, right? Okay. Is the ship back? The ship is back. Okay. Okay. Really? Why are you slippery, and how can I get up on top of you? I go through... Why do I go through the branches? Okay, so that's not gonna work. Okay. This is going to be so scuffed if it works. Undying doesn't work okay. What do you mean Undying doesn't work on... Okay. have something that might work. I just need to be persistent, I guess.
Greetings. Please take your time.
The invisible walls are starting to get a little annoying because I can see stuff and it's just not letting me get there. Alright. I don't want to use the Havoc shards anywhere other than the island. If I use... Apologies. I really needed to sneeze. If I use my Havoc shards anywhere other than that island, I'm fucked. Essentially. However, that piece of land I keep trying to get to, I recognize the way the crates are laid out. That is the Vulgrim right before Lust. Which begs the question, how do I actually use that to my advantage? Okay. Huh. Because the more animations the game has to force me to go through before I die to that, the better. Which is why I was hoping the Undying Shard would work. Because Undying also has its own animation, and I'm not sure if it can't... There's like a frame, or something like that, between entering the acid and the acid killing you. If I can force other things to take up that frame, and put me in a state of invulnerability, then I can get past that wall. The problem is, there is a section, and I need to be Flame Hollow, actually. Which, how does that even work? I'm gonna have to test that to see how quickly I can change to Flame Hollow, because Flame Hollow is my best bet at getting out of that. But again, my input's gotta be like frame perfect. Okay, so like pretty much as soon as I hit ground, I can do that. Okay, Volgrim.
This, as
Actually, Ulthane, do you have
do make sure they scream.
an upgrade for Rider's Mercy for me? Because that would be really helpful. Oh, IQ! Hello! How are you today? Thank you for the redeem. My pronouns today are he, they. Thank you for asking.
What would you ask? Please take your time.
So I have hit a potential wall that I'm trying to find my way around. And that potential wall is the existence of instant kill boxes, essentially. Or, well, the wall is a boss that I have to do damage to with something that is not the thing that I'm allowed to use in order to get past that section. And I'm in my attempts to try and get around that, I have wound up in this precarious position. Okay. Actually, I wonder if I can get over that to that. Okay, so there was the instant kill box, and I just wasted a shard. But there is something that coming up where I am supposed to collect something called the Crossblade. I'm trying to get to Lust. Now, the problem is, in order to make things interesting, I'll ignore a couple early game rule breaks. But this is not early game. Okay. Damn it. And that's what keeps happening, essentially. I need to find a way over that insta-kill wall, because if I can't, then there's no way for me to get past Gluttony without resorting to the Crossblade. There's a potential for something inside the ship, too, that I could attempt. And actually, yeah, let's go try that. Let's go at least lower the highway so I can maybe get something going. Because I know where the trajectory is, roughly. I don't even have the crossblade. I managed to get here without collecting it at all. Which is definitely going to make this part tricky. I used that Havoc trick to get here. Oh, damn! Thank you for the 3-stream streak. The enemies can't follow me down here. But I was... very clearly not expected to be able to do any of this without salvation. I skipped quite a bit. Like, I outright skipped getting salvation. Which might not sound like quite a lot, but this area expects you to have it. Thank you. I was trying to... Not like I was trying to do that the whole time or anything. Salvation is the crossblade. But because this is the only way of dealing damage, I need to find a way to get to the boss I need to face without it. Sorry, human, I'll be back for you later. Hopefully. Right. Hello, bug friend. Come on, bug friend. I should bring another bug friend upstairs. Really? There we go. Unfortunately, there's no way to move the Mansk without, using a weapon. I tried. Because... wait. Oh, nope, never mind. I'm a liar, I'm a liar. Why didn't that work the first few times I tried it? Because I swear I tried that. That too! I have no clue what's going on with this sometimes. I guess it's just a finicky hitbox. Get back here. But I did say that I was allowed to use my weapons for puzzles. Yeah, let's just get this normally. Let's just do this normally. Alright, well, let's actually just do this normally, because I have some other things. What? Hang on. What? Okay, so that wasn't wonky hitboxes, that's an invisible fucking wall. Why? Ah. I feel dumb now. Though I could have sworn that that thing didn't exist before. Yeah, it really is. Alright, and that, bringing that down.
On the gates. You think it's aware of our presence?
I have no doubt, especially considering the way you fell around.
Is that the ship Lucille sent us for?
It would seem.
I haven't even met Usil, so this is kind of hilarious. Okay, so this is kind of my last effort here, is to get up here. Really? Okay. Okay. I should get to the next Vulgrim and then backtrack. I don't know why I didn't do that. I genuinely don't know why I didn't do that. But if I can't get past these invisible walls... then the run's dead. Because I'm willing to make some exceptions for the rules of the run in the early game. Oh dear. But the end game, I can't do that with. Alright.
Goody, this will be fun for both of us. As you would.
I probably should have bought Havoc shards, now that I think about it. Oh well. I don't actually care if I die, I just want Havoc. Because I'd rather... I probably wait. I probably should have cared there, actually, because that was an Undying shard I just used. But oh well. Hang on a second. Can I get on top of the tree? Because if I can get on top of the hangman's tree... that is actually a really good point. It just won't let me go up on top of that. I can't tell if I didn't go far enough, or it just wouldn't let me land on that. Wouldn't let me land on it, okay. Well, fuck. Why did the entire map just stop loading?
This, as you...
I need to find a way to get to the other Vulgrim. Yeah, because that right there is where I need to go. Damn it. I'm gonna call it. Because I need to figure out a game plan. I need to get around the ship somehow. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I need to find a way to get around gluttony. And as you can clearly see, that's not cutting it. So we're gonna call it. And I'm going to look up Darksiders glitches off, or Darksiders 3 glitches off stream, just to see if there's a way I can get past that without the crossblade. Because if I need the crossblade to deal with gluttony, then the run is dead. Because even though we can't kill him, that's doing damage to an enemy that we can kill. Which is not allowed. And again, I don't normally count tutorials with this kind of thing. Because if you count tutorials, so many of them are designed specifically to prevent the use of, or to prevent you from avoiding certain things. And some games might not even allow you to obtain an item without, well, spawning it in. As is the case with Dark Souls 1 when I did the Mask of the Child run. So I don't tend to count tutorials when it comes to rules of the run. I'll normally just outright exclude them. And that's what I did here. But gluttony is a problem. I could technically just say that the gluttony encounter before lust doesn't count. But that just feels wrong. That just feels so wrong. Especially when I've already managed avarice, as you can tell from the fact that I have the Storm Hollow. I can complete the second section of the DLC. I could probably also go into the Crucible, but fuck the Crucible. So I really, really don't want to resort to the crossblade for this, to the point where I'd rather just drop the run. So I need a way around gluttony. And I will be looking for a way around gluttony after I close down stream and everything. Anyway, if you're interested in anything I have done up until this point, you can check out my YouTube channel. I try to upload stuff same day, and I group my runs by playlist so they're easier to find. If you're interested in seeing my announcements, I post them to my stories here on Twitch, to YouTube, and currently also to Instagram. If you would like to see my clips in an easier fashion, I post them to YouTube, currently to TikTok, and currently also to Instagram. The links to all of that are in the chat now. Though I don't blame you if you don't want to check any of that out. We've all got our reasons. If you've made it this far and are curious to see where I go from here, why not drop a follow? It takes but one button press, and you can always change your mind if you decide my content isn't for you. Tomorrow will be the deciding factor as to whether this run gets completed or not. If I can't find a way to get past gluttony, then the run is dead. And as much as I could just say, oh, we don't count gluttony for this case. And I already make exceptions for tutorials, and so that I can and for getting run materials. By mid to late game, I just can't. I'm not going to break the rules of the run. Wednesday, it'll be back to Lords of the Fallen with Karato, if, provided he's feeling better. And then Thursday and Friday, I'll be starting, 9 souls. I'm not going to raid today. I really do need to just start looking into this. So, happy time zones, everyone. And I hope you all have an excellent day.